Yeah, man, it's me. I'm back. I'm back. And I'm better. And I'm going to be here because I'm trying to be better. It's your boy, Sean Nathan. Welcome to another episode of the TBB show. We live, and I'm in love with being in this space because I get to literally do and say whatever I want, and you can't stop me. You can click off, but you can't stop me, though, because I'm unstoppable. If you haven't seen an interview, you'll understand what I mean. I might clip that up on my Instagram page, put it on my TikTok, something like that, but I'm unstoppable in this space. So thank you, Jesus, because you giving me this voice. Yo, family, how y'all doing this week, man? It's probably week 2 of December, and we getting closer to Christmas. So this time of the year always makes me feel like just extremely happy. Because where I come from, it used to be snow and be cold, so it feels like Christmas. You know, I live in a warm climate now, so we won't get none of that. But the feeling doesn't go nowhere, though. Like, I'm still very, very cheerful, and it's just an air like that drops on people during the holiday season, and they kind of feel happy. You know what I'm saying? So when I see people happy, I get happy. Nobody should walk around frustrated. Like, what you angry for? Why you mad? Who you mad at? Be mad at yourself. If you mad at somebody, you probably mad at yourself. So be happy during this season. For the people that struggle during this season, because there are those people too, we praying for you. We love you. We pray that you have a beautiful season where God drops just some release, you know what I'm saying, from the pressure that you might see, because this does present a lot of anguish for some people, because they look at all the commercials and all the ads and people shopping, and if they don't really have what somebody else has, or they're, you know, a little financially distraught, that can be a burden. You know, like, you want to buy your kids a certain amount of gifts, but you might not have all of it. Like, do what you can, and don't go into debt over it either. Like, don't max the credit cards out at the end of the season for a momentary level of happiness, that's going to produce later frustration in you, because now you got these bills, and them bills ain't no joke. And yeah, don't max them credit cards out this year, y'all. Like, please don't. If y'all know who Dave Ramsey is, I love Dave Ramsey. Dave, what's up, Dave? If you ever see this, Dave, I want to talk to you. Like, I want to interview. I'm gonna actually hit your debt-free scream stage one day. Anyway, if y'all know who that is, man, like, look him up. And I told you, I don't do a lot of shout outs, but he is one of the people who I follow. Him, Anthony O'Neill, AO, that's my guy too. Financial literacy is what I didn't have growing up. And I hate to say it, though, like, I actually didn't find out who Dave Ramsey was until Pastor Michael Todd gave away his program for free one year, probably about 3 or 4 years ago. Changed my life, though. Financial Peace University. Dave, that's a free plug for you. Y'all should check it out, though. You probably not going to agree with everything. You might. But start the journey, though, so that way you can understand what it looks like to have some financial freedom if you don't have it. This is not even where I was going today, but I'm going to stay here for a second, though. Don't max the cards out, because you end up in debt. And the more debt you have and you owe people, then the less money you have. So if you have money coming in, but you owe money to 5 different people or 10 different people, you don't have no money. You know what I'm saying? Like, if your bills are $4,500 a month and $3,500 of that is credit card debt, but you only make $5,000, you got $500 left to your name. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have no money. I don't know if that math is right, but it was close. But you get what I'm trying to say, though. So in this season, this is a good time to talk about it, because people do it whether it's Christmas or not. You know what I'm saying? Keeping up with the Joneses. I stopped doing that a long time ago. I think the last time I tried to keep up with anybody was in college. And I was a young college student, though. So it wasn't really my fault. I didn't know no better. Like, I graduated high school at 15. Not sure I shared that before, but I did. I was 15 years old because, 1, I'm a genius. Yes, I am. 2, I got a summer birthday. So I graduated in June 2000 at 15. And then I turned 16 in July 2000. So I went to college in August of 2000, and I was 16. So I didn't really start comparing myself and trying to keep up with the Joneses probably until about second semester as a freshman. My roommate, shouts to my roommate, for the first 2 years, he was fly, man. Like, and I always been fly, but I've been like levels of fly. I wasn't really concerned about buying a whole bunch of stuff, and I had to kind of work for it all. So, um, the stuff I came in with, I'm like, yeah, I'm decked. And then I saw the stuff he came in with, and he was decked, like whole closet. Like my closet was like kind of full, his joint was full. And at that point, I'm like, I gotta step it up. Like, cause he got this, and then you walk around campus, which is wild to me. We're gonna talk about this, but I had to keep. Well, I thought I had to keep up with him, and then with everybody else that I saw that had fresh this and fresh that, and I wasn't driving yet, so people had cars, so I started trying to get cars. Like I was playing that comparison game, but I was 16, 17 years old. So again, not really my fault. I didn't really have anybody that time to sit me down and tell me that. Comparisons are like the theft of joy. You know what I'm saying? And like, you don't have to compete with anybody. Just be happy with who you are and what you have. So I say that to say, in this season, be happy for what you have. Don't compete with anybody, and definitely do not go into debt over it. You know, put aside some money that you need to put aside for the gifts that you want to get your friends and your family and your loved ones. And for real, they don't even matter. Not to say they don't matter, but if you ain't got no kids, then who you really buying gifts for? I mean, if you in a relationship, that's one thing. You got wife, husband, cool. If you ain't got no kids, though, man, your friends work just like you. And I don't know if they're going to get you a gift. So don't be trying to go out your way to get gifts to people who ain't getting you no gifts. And don't give a gift just to get a gift either. If it's really on your heart to give, then go ahead and give and be nice. I know I'm giving gifts away to people, but that's just me, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I do that. I have a spirit of generosity. I give away a lot of stuff. Ty, I'm going to give you this jacket. My boy asked me for this jacket that I rocked. I'm going to give it to him. I mean, I would probably wear it again, but I literally only bought it to do an episode in. And not only, I just haven't put it back on yet. So when you see this, you probably already have it. But I'm going to give that away, though. But that's just me, though. Like, I give stuff away. So be conscious of who you about to buy gifts for. I don't know why I'm here right now. It's probably because it's Christmas. This is not what I want to talk about. But it is what it is. I'm going to keep it rolling. If you don't got no kids, then you might want to figure out like why you're buying this gift for this person. Do they deserve it? Do you really want to spend that kind of money? Because everything is expensive. You know what I'm saying? Are you on their mind? Are you going to get a gift back? You know what I'm saying? If you do, perfect. If you don't, then if you have a level of generosity within you, that's fine. You don't always got to give to receive. It's actually better to give and kind of just don't receive. But as I'm saying that, it makes me want to tell you to not give away everything that you have and then you dead pop. That's a hood word. My homies know what that means. Don't be dead pop. You know what I'm saying? Mean dead in the water, mean broke, no more resources. Don't give out everything that you have trying to help other people or give away gifts and then you're left with nothing. And then when you need something, you don't have it, but you just had it though. But instead you gave it away. Like, it's cool to help people, but to what extent though? You have to gauge sometimes how you actually help. Because if I give you, and I said this before, if I can't give you something I don't have, but if I have it though, and I'm not factoring in what might possibly happen in my arena, and then if something does happen, I no longer have it because I gave it to you. Well, one, I got faith. So it's coming back. God's going to work it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never seen the righteous forsaken, and I'm a tither. So I know in extreme bouts of trauma or financial hardships, my stuff, the necessities will be taken care of. If I don't have the surplus, that's one thing. But what I need to have done is going to get done. So don't give away all of your resources, though, without really figuring out if you're going to need those. There was this movie back in the day called 21. I'm pretty sure it was 21. The jewel I took from this movie was he told him to always account for variable change. Changed my life. I started looking at stuff like, all right, I could do this right now, but just in case this happens, am I still covered? So I started moving in a way where I kind of got to look at where I'm at before I make a decision to do something else. Um, I had a homie hit me up and he needed to borrow. He needed. It was probably wasn't gonna be a loan. He wanted like $300 for his rent. Right. Shouts to my youngin. I love you, bro. Um, Funny thing was, I had it. I had it. Right. And I kind of paused on responding though, because I had to do my inventory. I was like, all right, it's 300. I'm like, let me check. Is my stuff taken care of? Is this paid? Am I going to need this? Um, and then I was like, all right, bro, like, let me see what I can do. You know what I'm saying? And you don't always got, and take this as a jewel, you don't always have to give somebody an immediate response when they're in the need for help and they're asking you for help. Give it a second, process it though. Factor in variable change. So I gave it a minute, and I probably hit him back like 2 or 3 hours later, and I was like, I ain't got 300, bro. I can go 150. I could have went the whole three, but you gotta let people learn though, because I'm like, not being able to pay your rent, bro. That's a you thing. Like, what have you been doing through the course of the month that you can't pay it? So I said I can go 150, and then he hits me like, I actually only need 65 now. Perfect. See what I'm saying? Like, so had I said, yeah, I got you, trying to flex, I got it. Like, no, I would have been out 300 because I'm probably not getting the 65 back, which is fine. And if it was the 300, it would have been fine too. But take your time though before you jump out the window to help somebody, because you never know whether they're working on other things. And he was obviously doing that. He worked it out. He got his money to where as though he only needed $65, and I gave it to him. And it's not a loan. Like, he can keep it. You know what I'm saying? If you're watching this, bro, you can keep it. So anyway, I guess for right now, it's December, it's Christmas. I done told y'all to not go broke. You know what I'm saying? Watch how you manage your resources, watch how you manage your finances. You know what I'm saying? Take care of your loved ones. If you have it to be generous, please do so. If you don't, then let them know that. You know what I'm saying? Make a handmade gift. You know what I'm saying? Make something that really comes from the heart. Just because it's expensive doesn't mean that it's from the heart. That just means you had money to spend, or you didn't, and now you're going to be in debt. And then when you in debt, you're going to be looking like, I probably shouldn't have bought that. Yeah, you want it to slow up a little bit. So focus on your financial literacy. You know what I'm saying? Check out those two people I told you in the beginning. I'm not going to say it again. Go back and watch it. And, variable change. You know what I'm saying? Account for that in these times before you really jump out the window. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so heavy because I wanna bring somebody else up, but I'm not though. But I've watched people recently do things for other people and then not have what they need to have for themselves. You know, not have the gas money, not have the rent money. Their bills is backing up. They getting hit with late payments, and that's because they didn't factor in variable change. Now, in certain situations, some of this stuff could have been avoided. It should have been avoided because what should have came in should have came in. It wasn't their fault. But variable change though, like, what is ever really your fault? Probably a lot. I know a lot of stuff is my fault. Usually if I do something, it's my fault. But there are times where stuff happens though when it's not my fault. But that's variable change. I have to be ready for that. You know what I'm saying? So in this season, be ready for it. All right. Don't go jump out the window and be like, yo, I'm stacked up now in January because you went and spent, $4,000 or $5,000 on gifts when you didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? And now you're not ready for them bills, but you was ready to go spend that money. So take your time with all of that stuff, man, during this season. This is not where I thought I was going to be with this week. But this is where I'm at though. So this is what God is saying. Say, man, say it. Because where my demographic, where I come from, nobody teaches us about money. You either have it or you don't. And if you don't, you do everything you can do, like I said earlier, and it's that whole comparison thing to be like, well, my kids gotta have this, and they gotta get the new bikes, and they need the Timbs. When I was coming, it was Timberlands. It was Timberlands and Jordans, which Jordans are still a thing, but it was that whole comparison factor, though. You know, you need the name brand clothes, you need the Polo, the Nautica, the what was big back in Jabot jeans, Guess suits. Do y'all remember the Guess suits? Y'all probably young. But nobody taught them the proper way to really, really manage dough because you either have it or you didn't. And these days, though, is way too many resources for you to really learn how to be financially sound. And you don't, everybody ain't gonna be rich. I'm gonna just say it. I know you wanna be, but some people are not gonna be rich though. Even if you're not, you can still have financial literacy and you can still be financially free and be sound. So go back and listen to these people. I'm telling y'all, man, get y'all Roth IRAs, get y'all, investment accounts, you know what I'm saying? Your high yield savings, 529Is for your kids' college funds. Like, this is all stuff that I learned at a late stage in life, but I know it now. So I'm applying pressure. Apply the pressure. You know what I'm saying? Apply the pressure. I was all over the place today, but you get the point though. So don't compare yourself to nobody. Don't go broke spending money you don't have. Account for variable change and you'll be all right. And on that note, man, I love y'all. Love somebody, hug somebody. Hit the button, please. Come back with me next week. I love to do this. I hope y'all love to see me. All right. And we out of here. Peace.